time. I haven't actually been honest with you and Dad about what's been going on. And I'm just really struggling, yeah. I'm just not making it. It's really difficult. Yeah. Things are a lot harder than I thought they would be. I don't think I can do it.
I was born in Benoni, which is in Johannesburg. It's inland, not near the ocean, not near the mountains. It's very different. It was quite a rough area, I would say. It wasn't particularly pretty or manicured. It was intense to grow up there at times. It was just different. Johannesburg has got a very different pace. It's a very different energy. Kommetjie has been part of our family for a long time. My late grandfather, he wanted to actually ultimately retire here and have the whole family here. He was originally from Cape Town, and he bought a little holiday house in Kommetjie. I was going through some old photos, and my parents took me on quite a few hikes and camping trips when I was a baby. And I think that sort of really solidified my love for the outdoors and for nature. And when I was a child, I just have memories of coming here, learning to ride a bicycle on Long Beach. I loved the rawness of the place and the natural beauty. I loved the ocean. I loved the energy here and the mountain and the way everything felt here. You know, it sounds funny, but just the smell. There are smells in my mind that are ingrained in my system from those childhood memories. And every now and then when I'm in Kommetjie, I smell them and it takes me back to that moment. The first chance I got, I left. I packed my little bakkie and got here as quickly as I could. I knew that Kommetjie was the place that I wanted to start my life as an adult or build my life. I would have loved to have had a childhood here. I was lucky that I was exposed to bits of a childhood here. I think it definitely broadened my mind and perspective on what could be possible. I wasn't afraid. I just went for it. I just took the risk. I really felt vulnerable. I was really nervous. I felt alone. I felt uncertain. I was grieving. I was going through heartbreak. I was also going through like uncertainty and not knowing how the world's gonna end up, let alone how is this whole new business gonna start, how's it gonna develop, what's it gonna end up looking like, is it gonna be okay, is it gonna work? I mean, there's 1,000 questions that go through your mind. My parents didn't live here, I didn't have family here. I felt pretty alone at the time.
Things are a lot harder than I thought they would be. I don't think I can do it.
I was going through some things at the time and it was really tricky and I was struggling to find my feet here. I remember my mom, and I remember she said, just come home, just come back, start again. And my dad said, absolutely not. You moved there, you wanted to be there, make it work. And I think that was the best thing he could have done. I was living in Noordhoek at the time. The Village Roast had just opened up, which was a little coffee roastery. It was a thing, we planned our days around it. I was sitting there and I was just loving how all these stories would come out, people just sharing and connecting and gathering over this drink, coffee. And I thought, oh wow, this is rad. This is the daytime bar. And then I thought, okay, coffee's it. I'd really like to get involved with coffee. And then during lockdown, Good Riddance became a concept and an idea and a possibility. There were a lot of people telling me I was crazy to be taking that risk, also to be calling it Good Riddance. Good Riddance, I felt, was a really strong phrase that suited the shop and suited the story because it was quite layered. It's layered with connection to my mom and I. It's layered with the sun in the logo and your intuition and your inner light. There's a lot of layers to it. Good Riddance was incredibly healing for me. I've watched myself change and go through some really, really difficult things. And it's held me, you know. There's so many different aspects or things, experiences I've had that have shaped Good Riddance or what it means to be. I think a great example as well is my mom. You know, when we were starting Good Riddance and I was trying to convince her to go into this coffee shop with me, having no idea whether or not it was going to work. It was totally new for her. She took such a big risk. It was a huge, huge step. And she moved to Cape Town and everything has changed.
Here I am still hanging and drowning in my voice, oh, but now I have nothing left to lose. Oh, but I'm so happy I could die. They say doing what you love is the reason you're alive. Oh, but I ain't stared into the sky since the day that I remembered the word it breathes on lies. Oh, but I'm so happy I could die.
Good Riddance has really been healing for my family in general. When my grandfather passed away, I think there were a lot of things we lost with him as a family. You know, no family is perfect and everyone's got their issues and struggles. But I think my grandfather was quite a solid rock for us. It's really been amazing to go full circle back to his original vision of us all being in Kommetjie.